Today I will speak about one of the bloodiest, perhaps worst pages in the history of Islam. Not because of the blood that was shed, but more so because of the treason, especially when you are betrayed by the closest people to you, like your friends and your relatives. The story or the question that is raised bitterly even nowadays after centuries is who killed Al-Husayn? Husayn Ibn Ali. Okay, who is Husayn? Who was Husayn? It was Husayn Ibn Abi Talib, Ibn Ali Ibn Abi Talib, born the 10th of October 625, killed the 10th of October 680. He was the grandson of the Islamic prophet Muhammad and a son of Ali ibn Abi Talib, the first Shia Imam and the fourth Rashid Khalif of Sunni Islam. And Muhammad's daughter Fatima is an important figure in Islam as he was a member of Ahlul Bayt of Muhammad, the household of the Prophet, and Ahlul Kisa, that is Kisa, the dress of the Prophet. I will come back to this Kisa a little bit later, as well as the third Shia Imam. So this is actually the split in Islam between Shia and Sunnah Muslims about the status of Al-Hussein, who killed him, why was he killed, etc., etc. So you know now who Al-Hussein was. He was the grandson of the Prophet, and what happened to him is as follows. Prior to the death of Umayyad ruler Muawiyah, appointed his son Yazid as his successor in a clear violation of the Hassan-Muawiyah treaty. So Muawiyah appointed his son Yazid as his successor, and in doing so he broke with the consensus, the political consensus in Islam, which is Shura, we choose the best ruler. So he made it a dynasty, hereditary rule. As a consequence, Al-Hussein refused to pledge allegiance to Yazid, even though it meant sacrificing his life. He said, I'm not giving you my allegiance, but he was not ready to fight because he didn't want to shed the blood of the Muslims. He would let Yazid rule as he had let Muawiyah, his father, rule before. But something important, the Iraqis, then the people of Kufa in Iraq sent letters and letters to him asking him his help and pledging their allegiance to him. The Iraqi people sent many letters to Hussein asking him to come and they would help him fight Yazid and become the ruler. His brother Hassan advised him not to go. Yazid could rule and we should not shed the blood of each other. But Hussein believed in the Kufi people, Kufi hypocrites if you like, so he traveled to Kufa, and at a place known as Karbala, his caravan was stopped by Yazid's army, led by the Iraqi governor Ziyad. He was killed and beheaded in the Battle of Karbala, the 10th of October 680, the 10th of Muharram in the year 61 of Hijra, by Shimr ibn Saljawsham, very bad name of this criminal who killed him, along with his family and companions, including a baby, the women and children taken as prisoners. So the death or the martyrdom of Hussein angered many Muslims. These will gather and eventually cause the downfall of the Umayyads and the Abbasid dynasty. People said to the people of the Bayt al-Bayt, we should take revenge, and they helped them. In fact, they didn't help them, they just used them. And some would even claim that Husayn was advised not to fight, but he insisted because he wanted martyrdom. He's a martyr. The Shia Muslim love him and regret this end of his, but the Shia has claimed him to become something divine, which is not Islam at all. Now, after this bad page of Islam, let me just move to a better page, that of remember I said Husayn was Alul Kisa. So Kisa is the dress that the Muslim male can wear, and it has a very nice story that happened in the lifetime of the Muslims. This is, I'm trying to read from William Miller, A Christian Response to Islam. The tradition states that when a letter from Muhammad commanding them to become Muslims reached this large Christian community, them referring to the Najran Arab Christians in the south. When Muhammad ruled Arabia, he sent letters inviting people to Islam, including these people. So what happened? This community were greatly perplexed so as what they should do. Should they submit or should they fight Muhammad? It was decided that they would send a large deputation to talk with him. Their bishop and a number of their chief men made the long journey to Medina. They found Muhammad in the mosque, and he welcomed them and permitted them to perform their Christian worship there. Amazing. After 3 days, Muhammad invited them to accept Islam. A discussion followed about Isa, Jesus, in which Muhammad said Jesus was his brother, although Jesus was Jew and Muhammad was Arab. Amazing. And was only a servant of God, by whose permission he had healed the sick and raised the dead to life. But the Christians insisted that Jesus was God's son and refused to give up their faith in him and become Muslims. At this point, a revelation came to Muhammad instructing him to challenge the Christians to trial by imprecation. They would curse one another and let God decide who was right and who wrong. So Muhammad went out with his daughter Fatima and her husband Ali and their sons Hassan and Hussein and sat under a cloak. The Christians came to meet them adorned in the finest silken garments, being deeply impressed by the simplicity of the holy family of Islam and fearing of being destroyed by the curse. They refused to participate in the trial. So relates the Islamic tradition. It is said that Muhammad permitted these Christians to keep their religion and be under his protection, provided they paid a high tribute. That is the tax, the jizya. The Muslims pay zakat, and the protected non-Muslims pay jizya, certain tax. So this is much brighter image than that of Husayn, who was the grandson of the Prophet Muhammad.